All right, everybody. Day 9, 12 days of Christmas. Like my lockdown haircut had to do it. This is sponsored by Charles Top Fade. If I can figure out how to tag, I'll put him in. So day 9 of 12 days of Christmas, and on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 ladies dancing. So again, the original writers of the carol were referring to Galatians 5 22 to 26, looking at the 9 fruits of the Spirit. So let's go through them. Number 1, love. Now, the thing about the translations, those of us who speak other languages, or those of you rather who speak other languages, will realize that sometimes when you translate from one place to another, you kind of lose something. So there's lots of different words for love in the Bible that are all translated as the English word love. And this love is talking about a self-sacrificial love, a love that's willing to serve others. That's number 1. That's, again, the fruits of the Spirit are the things that as we mature and as we allow God to work on our character, these are the things that, will start to be manifested in us. So 1 is love, self-sacrificial. Number 2 is joy. So again, looking at, I think, MacArthur Dictionary, the joy is a happiness produced by the divine, unchanging nature of the promises of God. Number 3 is peace, like an inner calm. And I think I've heard a lot of people talk about peace in different ways. I don't believe, first off, Jesus says that, peace I give to you, not like the world gives. Peace that's passeth on all understanding. So what that implies to me is an absence of what people normally talk about peace. Oh, let me go on holiday, lie on the beach, and I'm at peace. I don't think it's that. I think the peace that is being referred to is the kind of peace when you see a duck or a duckling on tumultuous water, whether it's riding on the surface on it. So it's not the absence of problem, it's the calm while the problem is there. And that's where I look at it anyway. Patience. So patience is the ability to endure, or what I tell my kids, patience is waiting with a good attitude. Kindness. So this is a tenderness manifested in someone when they treat others with respect and consideration. Kindness. How often in our interactions with people is it just not kind? We're not being kind, they're not being kind to us. And there's lots of things to be said about, standing up for your ground and saying it like it is and all this kind of stuff. But, what would happen if we were all intentionally kind and or we allowed the Holy Spirit to change our character, and thus the fruit of that would be that we were kind. Number 6, goodness is excellence of character, being beyond with reproach. Number 7 is faithfulness. So again, loyalty and being trustworthy. Number 7 is gentleness. So showing tenderness and consideration for others. Sometimes just being gentle stops, a barrage of arguments and stuff like that. Not having a hard edge all the time. Number 9 is self-control. That's the ability to resist impulses or unholy desires. I believe we've all been in situations where, something happens, you've done something, and then afterwards you're like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. And again, as we allow the Holy Spirit to work in our lives, we're moving towards a situation where all of these things, so love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control are, becoming parts of our character. And just like with a lot of these things, every single one of these can be a talk on its own. But yeah, just take some time to think about it, write them out, and just think, in my life, how am I showing love? How am I showing how am I manifesting self-control? How am I showing gentleness? You know, no one else is probably going to ask you these things. Why don't you ask yourself these things and help yourself grow? I thought about what can I do from a health point of view, and I said, we're talking about fruits of the spirit. Why don't we talk? I'm just going to whistle stop tour through some of the nutritional benefits of just some fruit. Number one, some of these are common fruits, some of these are not so common fruits. So number one is apples. So apples have vitamin D. They have vitamin C. They have fiber. They have polyphenols, which have antioxidant effects, and they can reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. I mean, again, this is just scratching the surface. Like, for every one of these fruits, there's so much. Literally 5 minutes on an appropriate website or a reputable website will just be like, oh, I didn't know it had all these health benefits. Number two, bananas. They're rich in potassium, vitamin B6, fiber, and they do have some vitamin C. And again, this is just scratching the surface. Number three, oranges. Fiber, B vitamins, vitamin A, obviously vitamin C, we know that, and antioxidants. And number four, strawberries, fiber. Strawberries are actually not a fruit. They're a runner because they have the seeds on the outside. Do you know that? Fiber, antioxidants. Again, these are just a quick whistle stop tour. If you want to know more about like nutritional benefits, and I know there's Thai Talks Nutrition, TAI Talks Nutrition on Instagram. I follow her stuff. It's really, really informative. This is just me, again, whistle stop talk. I disclaimer, I am not a nutritionist. And number five is blueberries. Again, they're a good source of antioxidants, a superfood in that respect. Potassium, vitamin C, and they can help these things can help us reduce the risk of heart disease. Number six, kiwis. Kiwis are like incredibly rich in vitamin C, antioxidants, and they can, there's evidence that they can help people with asthma, from a symptom point of view. And again, they're rich in fiber. Pears, fiber, vitamin C, vitamin K, which helps your blood clot. Copper, potassium. Potassium is actually good for lowering blood pressure. So it helps your body get rid of sodium, which you need to get rid of to help reduce your blood pressure. So it's just something to think about. Again, where am I? Pears, yeah. Folic acid and antioxidants. Pineapples. Pineapples are rich in vitamin C, folic acids, iron, lots of minerals, antioxidants. And last but not least, mangoes, vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin K, and antioxidants. Again, I believe that, God's best was creating the world and putting things in the world that grow from the ground that can help us live healthy. I've had a few conversations with a few people over a number of last few weeks and months about this thing about health and healing. I believe God heals, but I also believe that, as we, grow older and have a bit more of maturity about spiritual things, in the same way that when you're a baby, you cry, you just get fed. Now, if I'm 40 and I'm hungry, my mom will be like, what are you talking about? That's a ridiculous thing. Yeah, I have the tools to be able to feed myself. And in a similar way, I believe God can heal. But I also believe that God has organized the world in such a way as for us to be able to get the things that our body needs for maintenance by the things He put in the world. So, yeah. Hopefully some of this is new information to you. At least hopefully it'll make you think. Please like, please share, please follow. And yeah, let's only a few more days till Christmas. Are you guys excited? I know I am.